This massive caravan is making its way toward the U.S. border right now. And the president tweeted out this morning that he could shut down the southern border.
In addition to stopping all payments to these countries, which seem to have almost no control over their population, I must, in the strongest of terms, ask Mexico to stop this onslaught. And if unable to do so, listen to this, Marianne, I will call up the U.S. military and close our southern border.
We have the right to protect the citizens of this country. And if we have elected officials who are not going to work with our president and get the funds necessary to put a wall, because these people will continue finding a way to get over our poor southern border.
The Democrat-led assault on our country by Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, whose leaders are doing little to stop this large flow of people, including many criminals, from entering Mexico to the United States. The assault on our country at our southern border, including the criminal elements and drugs pouring in, is far more important to me as president than trade or the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. Hopefully, Mexico will stop this onslaught at the northern border. All Democrats' fault for weak laws.
Thanks, Steve. Nancy Pelosi claiming that she knows why the border wall is so important to President Trump.
We have to do something other than building a wall. It's immoral, expensive, ineffective, and not something that people do between countries. But in any event, it happens to be like a manhood issue for the president. And I'm not interested in that.
Every time Nancy Pelosi opens her mouth, it's just a laugh, because she's so out of touch with reality that that's the opportunity she took with a Harvard student to answer a serious national security question about our southern border being secure, and she took another jab at our president.
They want to protect illegals coming into the country much more so than they want to protect you, and that's not where we're coming from. They want open borders, and they don't mind crime. Think of it.
Under her plan, you have open borders. You would have a disaster on trade, and you will have a disaster with your open borders.
In December, George Soros donated $6 million to the leading super PAC supporting Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. The massive check marks the return of the billionaire financier as among the biggest givers in all of American politics.
The Russian government has engaged in espionage against Americans.
That was a great pivot off the fact that she wants open borders, okay?
How did we get onto Putin?
How worried are you by the popularity of Donald Trump?
Well, Donald Trump is doing the work of ISIS.
I mean, George Soros' Open Society Foundation, which he, of course, has poured billions of dollars into. I mean, this is the biggest political campaigning organization in the world. He wants to break down the fundamental values of our society.
We need people coming in, but we want them to come in on a merit. We want people that are going to help us. It's very important. We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. Build that wall.